This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
This morning.
What else needs doing? Come, I'll lead the way.
Oh, you came, sir. I must confess, I feared you would not. But I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. 'Tis my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana, would you paint my mother a criminal? Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offense.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid. Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
You seem in fine spirits.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a bastard.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet ever since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel, but you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
It's you again. What are you doing now?
That woman's taking advantage of us, she is. She knows full well we've nowhere else to turn.
Will he truly be all right?
That woman's taking advantage.
Ne'er in my wildest dreams could I have imagined 'twould be the magistrate you called here. Not that I'm complaining. Pray, feel at liberty to come and go as you please. Ne'er in my...
I know. It's a secret, right? Don't worry. I won't tell.
Hi, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for all your help. You really made a difference around here. You wanted to ask me a favor this time? All right. How can I help? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I'm not sure that'd work. I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fishy to me. All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it, it's not my fault, okay?
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not a patient, are you? I suppose you must be a visitor. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I have the privilege of serving as abbess here. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patients. Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one ingredient in particular we cannot afford to run out of. You would procure it yourself? I am grateful beyond words, sir. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite? The slums are a bane to the body's humors, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hands. Your aid is most appreciated, sir.
Tell us, miasmite can be harvested from phantoms.
Yes, sir. Ah, forgive me. I had assumed you... If that's not the case, you will have to excuse me. There's much to be done.
Swapping stories is one of life's great pleasures.
On all sides.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent find.
Couldn't hurt to rest my feet a moment.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me, but I must Ah, but in place of a reward, only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived, an unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now, even their poor son Lubomir, by chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the medicine he required. So, he was put into our care. Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judge after all. There is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Pray, stay as long as you wish. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there? Help, listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... Gah... Something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
This is a place of prayer. Do...
Each of our patients deserves our full attention. Would that we had more...
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Medicine! 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 Now!
Oh, someone help me. Jahan? Bruno, where have you gone? Oh.
I need it.
Oh, someone help me. Oh, someone help.
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including my Teles. She gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange cries and moans drift up from below. Which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of... And yet, a part of me...
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the abbess can enter? If the gracious hand has a secret, 'tis the abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. Oh, you've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
What about this reeks of a plot? Let us gather evidence that we might expose it.
True enough.
I know not why, but the words basement sick room set my hair on end. Shall we investigate?
Splendid. Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
Hoi! How do you do?
You'll pass me by, just like...
Ne'er in my wildest...
I do hope naught befalls Lubomir. I should like to see him walk...
I have noticed that the abbess goes out every night without fail. Perhaps you could wait for her to leave and slip into the basement sick room then.
Places such as this
suffer so.
Little happiness is all I ask of you.
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
I'm a tad busy at the moment.
This hustle and bustle puts me right up. My bed. Tis a dreary life, this.
Look, young master.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. And a flower from Melve seems just the thing. And she was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
You know, the roads around Melve are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away.
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops had none to spare. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a cure? The lands around... 'Tis not only poison the plant...
Well then, I must confess, I feel rather uneasy. I only hope I've not forgotten anything of import. You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? Let's see. What else? Ah, I almost forgot.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. How might we enter the basement sick room?
Splendid. suppose I could visit someplace.
I polished this morning.
I'm always doing about a dozen things at once.
Gladly stay away.
Well then, I must confess, I only hope I've not... You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe.
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray do come visit us again. This has been a long time coming. I only hope the flower will... Thank you once again, sir. I shall see about procuring...
I'll do my very best to be a good...
Lots to do.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
All this quiet makes me come o'er anxious.
It's you again. What are you doing now?
Not my kind of place, this. I need help.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a for it in due time.
Even after a day of rest.
This is my notes to compose my fashion. Only according to show for.
Start dusting.
Wait for the new equipment's coming. I'm in no hurry to leave. I'll scroll down. Start warming up.
I'm in top form today. I can feel it.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
It would allow us to save our strength. Assuming we're not attacked, that is.
Where to next? What to make of it?
Where's my dad? My boys will use a trick.
I know not why.
I need it.
Oh, someone help me.
Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
Right you are.
Out of bed.
Dead on my feet. Got something for me?
You want something?
Let me get that.
Is it true you're the Arisen? Only, I seem to recall someone else boasting of being. Just be sure you play your part well, whatever the truth. A fellow Drake or two, and I reckon you'll learn the.
Elena. Ah, yes. The abbess of the Gracious Hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's something off about her. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. So many died down there. And once, I saw her, the abbess, meeting with a strange man. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. And he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had the look of a scoundrel about him. They were whispering. But I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along. We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Like getting cut open.
chant on my world is as welcome as fine ale.
How are we to fight with such worn-out gear?
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we? Here's your special medicine.
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
This is not the first we've heard of Lord Phasus. What could his aim be, I wonder?
I know not what to make of this.
What's your problem? Watch yourself. I'm not someone you want to cross.
I fear I've much to attend to.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
After you, Arisen?
Say, I've noticed you walking around. If I were you, I'd pay a visit to the jail next. The place is full of unsavory characters, as one I should know. I was among them.
I'll take it. I know that
All this walking's made my legs ache a fright.
Would that I could spend all day here.
somehow my
You're always such fun to talk to. One day, I'm going to have proper
Haste makes waste, as they say.
My body's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle.
Na, chodzi.
bit out of place here.
You're always good for a laugh.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? What? You found... I don't like the sound of that. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this? Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Radcliffe.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have these look like records of treatment? Johann and Bruno. I know these two. They left here not long ago, fit as a pair of fiddles. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am to ask more of you, perhaps you would speak to them in my stead? You're back! Pray, tell me, have you found anything? I have noticed that the abbess goes out every...
Might I beg but a moment of your time? A moment's prayer can do a world.
Share.
Supper and a night's rest is all I need.
All this patrolling doesn't number on
I only hope my best is good enough.
death comes from
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Trời, tút cô luôn nè. Hello? Nó bị mì mà trọ.